Hello and welcome to a new video on my channel, Path of Exile Trial of the Ancestors. In this video I'm going to discuss my starter build, which I really want to flavor it with the reworked Chieftain. It will be Chieftain Infernal Blow. And I will explain why I picked Infernal Blow, what kind of ascendancy point I'll take, and some theoretical build orientation configuration for this direction. As we can see from the reworked ascendancy, the Chieftain has received some impressive new defensive nodes. These nodes encourage you to prioritize the fire resistance, like getting fire resistance on your rare equipment, fire resistant, chaos resistance, and then like shifting the focus away from other resistance. This actually can lead for a lot of empty suffixes that you can fill it with useful things to help your build survive or deal more damage. So in my opinion, the Velako and the Tassalia will be a game changer for the Chieftain and is quite significant. Additionally, striving away from the ascendancy points, there is like new support gems introduced to the attack ignite specifically. It seems like grinding gear games might be trying to make amends for the neglect of the Chieftain previously experienced. One of the noteworthy gem is the I believe the controlled blaze. This support have a potential to grant up to 364 more ignite damage based on our attack speed. I would say like this change removed the fear of increasing attack speed as now directly impact the damage output. What do I mean by that? In the past, more attack speed meant more hits. That didn't contribute to adding more damage to the ignite, because ignite is a damage over time. No matter how fast you hit, it doesn't matter, it will take its course for like 5 seconds, maybe less, maybe more. But with this new technique or mechanic, we can debuff the enemy even more, make them like susceptible to more damage based on the frequency of ignitions and hits. And now I'll be glad to say that multi-strike support had become valuable asset for igniting foes. And still, we have to test that in the game when the league starts. Another exciting addition to the proposed build is the Guardian Blessing. And as we know that we usually serve to reserve all our mana, and suddenly we want to use a blessing or extra aura to kick the ass of a boss. But the problem is we have to play Eldritch Battery in order to activate that, or find different kind of measures. But this one literally spawns 2 minions around you, and as long as these minions are alive, you still have the buff from that thing, which can actually have different kind of play style if you want to, for example, use minion stability, but this is not an issue about today's topic. Now, this aura can be used against bosses. In my case, we're gonna use it for malevolence to boost the damage over time taken by the boss. Now we can take a look at the build that I'm proposing as a startup. We're talking about around 650,000 ignite DPS. Uh, all the items is just life and fire resistant, chaos resistance. For the main hand weapon, you can pick any weapon with high physical DPS. In my case, I just picked the Doriani Catalyst. I believe this is not a very expensive item in the beginning of the league, as it will be very good asset to carry you through until map tier 14, tier 15, probably even tier 16. The rest of the items I left it empty because simply you can put any weapon, any item that actually can give you a life resistance and chaos resistance. Uh, for the Watcher Eye later in the game, you can get the one with Purity of Fire, because we're gonna focus on stacking a lot of fire resistances with the power of having, I believe. The power of getting life regeneration for every uncapped fire resistance. You will have a really decent amount of life regen as a defense measurement. In case of using the Dorianic Catalyst, you can just walk by and take the Elemental Overload to boost your Ignite DPS. For the support gems, as I said, Infernal Blow, Multi-Strike, Deadly Ailment, you can take the Amulate and Ruthless. And the last one will be the Ablaze support. That will give you around 364, 320 more damage with Ignite. Ruthless have been reworked. Ruthless before used to do more damage with bleeding, and now it deal more damage with ignite. And every third hit, since we are hitting around 6 hit per second in the end game build, we can say we are scoring around 100 more damage with ignite in every third attack every second. I believe even more. So if it's like 90% more melee damage, more damage with ignite by doing 3 hits, that means we are doing every second we're doing 100% damage. If you manage to make your attack rate reach to 6, you can actually score 200 more damage with ignite in every second. And this is like the highest ignite value. It will be refreshed basically with every basic attack or whatsoever. You can take that node or not. For the ascendancies, definitely we're gonna go Tassalia, we're gonna go Valaco. There is no debate about that. And then we're gonna take the Romako. The Romako will lower down the resistance of the bosses into 0. Don't put it 0. Actually, when you put it 0, Path of Building doesn't read that well. Just put it 1, which resembles a 0. For curses, we can take Flammability if you want to have another curse with the Anathema Ring, or you have additional curse. You can stack, for example, Elemental Mark or the Alchemist Mark. Right now, it doesn't work because we only can put one curse. But if you really want, in the amulet, you can anoint in here at the end. You can anoint the Whispers of Doom, and if you anoint Whispers of Doom, you will have huge DPS coming. So yes, this is for the starting point of the build. I'd say like around 1.4, probably 700 to 1.4 ignite DPS on doing debuff explosions. Technically, with the Infernal Cry, I believe there will be explosions. There is no problem with the clear. However, we can still use Infernal Cry, and you can just choose Call the Arms. So whenever you trigger the Infernal Cry, any enemy you kill, it will explode because it covers enemy with Ash. And then they explode and start doing AoE. That will make your clear fantastically good. Technically, the build is still theoretical on paper on the PoB, and I will keep updating you whenever I will whenever I progress in the build with another video. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll look forward to exploring the interactions and the progress of the Chieftain Infernal Blow build in another video. This PoB will be included in the video description. I don't advise you follow it because it's still experimental. I'm not sure. Although you can see there, if you take the build and take a look at it, you will see a lot of item resembles or resents the end game. But these things, like these items, going to be a little bit expensive at the beginning of the game. However, eventually you can score, like in the end game, you can score up to 10 million DPS. Still have problem with the survivability. Let's see that in the future videos, how the build is going to be progress. Thank you for watching, and tune for another video.